There's some content warnings on the screen. I would recommend reading them if you are privy to that sort of thing. Anyway. Oh, I just skipped through that second one. Today we're doing something special. I mean, we do something special every day. I'm involved. That's how you know it's special. But, we have one goal. One goal today. And that goal is to, play the princess. Listen, it's a sad thing, I admit. It's not something I take great pleasure in, but it is our duty. We have to do it. The necessity. And I'm also turning down the volume. Okay. But, one way or another, she's going to die. Let's get into it. I have no idea how this is gonna go. I know, like, the idea of the game, but that's about it.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
End of the world? What are you talking about? Consider that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget this. I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get a reward for this sort of thing? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Monarch Viva la Revolution. Silently continues to the cabin. Go to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Pay attention. Oh, also, this feels like it might be appropriate. Second. Oh, you're not there? What? Lame. Okay, 1 second. I thought I had it. Apparently I didn't. There we go. How did I? So fucking good. This one? It is. Okay. Black and White Dave, here to stay.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
No. We have a job.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Exactly. Cabin. You know, I might, for this one game, put it over the overlay.
The cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Okay.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Go in.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Hmm.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Yes.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Exactly that. In fact. Decided yet? Here to slay you. No, what would make you think that? Stoic. Purpose. Step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
She's not wrong.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
She isn't, well, kills us. Sure, she's not armed. Sorry, can we just talk? Dropping the... Slay the princess. We came here to do one thing, and one thing only. We have a duty to our kingdom. And a duty to ourselves. Kill this princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way.
Well, that was easy.
Look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
We got feathers on our arm.
This is it, isn't it?
Hopefully.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course, that was too easy. Of course it is. Dead. Our job is done.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
We haven't.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
I don't like that the narrator and the hero are the same voice actor. It gets really easy to confuse the two voices.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy.
Narrator?
You'll be happy.
Narrator? I want to go home. I want to go home.
What's done is done. And there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever.
No.
Right?
We have other... Of course we are. I like it here. You have any idea how we can get the heck out of here? I'm happy. We're happy.
I do. But you're probably not going to like
Involve
it.
getting the princess back?
Blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
What?
I can hear everything you say, little voice.
Yeah?
There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness.
Not
away from
happiness.
you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
This isn't wonderful.
Do you not? There's more for us to do.
Yes.
And the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
I don't think he's wrong. Using the blade, you know, kill it. Get out of here. You're right. I didn't like that idea. I'm just stick around.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
Hmm.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is
Oh,
dust and
shit.
bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
We have like talons. See that? We have talons.
Nice knowing you.
Chapter 2. Chapter 2? Okay. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods,
Okay.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh. Bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. Okay, no. But killed myself. Cabin. Go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. She won't be a problem.
Voice of the cold. Am I the cold?
The interior of the cabin is cold.
Sure.
A soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows.
Hold up. I feel like I should add something.
Around is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
Yeah, we're gonna need to change the size of that font, but yeah, we'll get there. Just in case we kill more.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Before we do anything, I think we need to kill the prince. I think that's job number. Did the mirror disappear? I think the mirror
The
disappeared.
door to the basement groans
This is
open,
different.
revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final
She is
step,
dead.
the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought,
Oh,
the
hello.
top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? A ghost! Oh.
She's still chained.
Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
So do I.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Let's wait for a moment.
I see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
You know why you came back? Stop playing. You want me to die? You want me to kill myself to I can make it up to you. People who wanted you dead tricked me. And my enemy is my friend. Knew I'd wind up having to talk to you. Wouldn't have slain you. I died, too. Not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? You're dead, or at least mostly dead. You to hurt me. After I killed you, this cabin. It was teleported, wasn't in the woods anymore. Time to kill myself. I guess I tell you why I was sent to kill you. I told you were going to end the world. Okay, clearly you aren't. This is going to work. What do you want? Okay, team, I'm out of ideas. Thoughts? If you're really dead, then there really isn't anything for me to do, is there? I guess I'll leave you. Leave him. Kill myself too. Let's see if we prompt anything out of her. Maybe she tells us she has no idea what's going on. Maybe she tells us that she's the cause of it. Find out.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
Hardly. We got out of it. We're steel resolved individual.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathizing with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal.
I mean, we've only been here for so long.
She doesn't mean it.
It serves you right.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest. It sounds like you got exactly what you're owed.
So do you not know what happened? Tempted to start slaying the princess, but can we get a team up? If not, we'll just slay her.
Okay. I didn't want to be open to the idea, but there's no denying it now. You've clearly been here before. Oh. What tipped you off? Was it the corpse? It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that nobody tricked you. I've done nothing but give you wholly accurate information, and I'm sure whatever version of me you met in whatever other world you came from...
Sorry, gonna turn up the game.
And how do you know that? Because any other me you've met is still me. And I haven't tricked you, nor do I have any desire to trick you in the future.
It's lying.
And clearly you decided to heed most of the warnings I gave you. Otherwise you never would have mostly slayed her. But we did slay her. Yes, fine, you did slay her. Clearly part of her is still unslayed. There's no point wasting time bickering over semantics. The fact that you apparently botched the landing isn't on the me you're talking to, nor is it on any other version of me that you've encountered. You're using a lot of words to say a lot of nothing.
He's not wrong.
The enemy of my enemy.
The princess circles you again, her icy fingertips trailing up your spine, sending shivers rippling across your flesh.
I don't want enemies. I don't want to fight. I just want to go home.
I don't believe her.
Is that really so much to ask?
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
How specific. And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
Hmm. Hmm. Um. You can go through walls, can't you just leave on your own?
I wish that's how it worked, but this place won't let me go. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything?
Good point.
We could probably walk out right now and everything will be fine. Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things. It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you own me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. But I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him.
Me?
I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead.
Oh, the narrator.
So badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Just told you to end the world.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought?
That's
Job.
rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over. She is right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of it.
You didn't answer my question. Do you want to end the world?
The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
Still didn't answer my question.
It does. We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech.
That's true.
I really don't know. I'm not lying to you. I promise.
Well, the last person who told me that you'd lie was lying to me, so...
The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there, not here. I'm just supposed to be a part of it. It's home, I think. But what does it mean for anything to end? I ended, but I also didn't. And you ended too. But here you are. And you don't even look any different. I'm not so sure endings are real.
Turn. Leave it at that. I'm thinking we return and check out the mirror. Billy, what are you doing not dead? Do you know why you came back? Stop playing the victim. Threaten me. Do you know why you came back?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back?
Oh my god.
Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me.
Something like that.
All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper. A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
I knew I'd wind up having to talk to you again. I died too, so why am I not floating like you are? She keeps playing dumb. I don't think asking her that's gonna get anything out of her. You're dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me? Let her possess you. Okay, I've given it enough thought. The answer's no. I can't let you out. I won't let you possess me.
Oh, is that how it is? That's so sad. I guess we'll have to fight then.
The princess passes through you, a chill rippling along your skin, a disappointed sigh echoing in your ears. You turn and face her as she hovers between you and the stairs. Spectral tears streak down her cheeks as she places a translucent hand on your chest. Are we doing the right thing? Why do I feel so sad?
We're not sad.
Get to you. It doesn't matter. Somehow, soon, this too will be over, and we'll move on to something new. I feel like you all keep forgetting that. Her dark-rimmed eyes fall to the floor as she speaks.
I never wanted to have to hurt anybody. It's not who I wanted to be.
It's who you chose to be.
The tears on her cheeks vanish. She lifts her head, sorrow replaced with wrath, staring into you with fiery anger.
But I guess you've turned me into something worse.
No. You did this to
Forces her
yourself.
hand into your chest, and then yes, nothing happens. Are you sure about that? And yet it didn't.
Stare at her in silence. Did you miss?
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. A horrific splintering,
Oh.
the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you don't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
Well done.
If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Fair enough.
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm of it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps unsettlingly. Did we get her? Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
Round 3. Wraith.
You're on a path in the wood, and here we go again. Off to slay her again. The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it. Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer. Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start? That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work.
Oh yeah. Hold up. Let me change the number of princesses we've killed. There we go.
I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them. Wouldn't that get, I don't know, boring? Not if they're creative with it. Okay, so you've already been here. Twice even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess.
But I've been here twice. You've already said that.
Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves. And why, pray tell, did you do that? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending.
Yeah, that happy ending.
The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void. And then you told us we were happy. Well, were you happy? Of course we weren't. We killed ourselves. It was awful. It was boring. It was bullshit.
Cheated wasn't there.
So you killed yourself? Yes. And then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish. Why should we help you? So you can just lock us away forever again? No, I don't think so. Tell you what, I won't do that. I promise. Oh yeah, sure, that changes everything.
Is he just gonna kill us then?
I mean, he did promise, and you believed him. All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her. Now, wouldn't that be something? It would.
Seems like a bad idea.
Guess we'll just have to see what happens. Thankfully, you all aren't the ones actually making the decisions, are you? You know what you have to do. You have to slay her. You have to save the world. Nothing matters more than this. Don't play by his rules. Everything is rigged. Everything is changing to whatever's convenient for him. Even the woods are changing. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading. And the world has already started to end. Her influence? I really should have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job.
Is the same narrator we met on the other loops? You're quick to accept that we've been here before. Killed her and been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. We're going to fall through this loop forever. Eventually we're going to let her out. Might as well do it now. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? Another option. There's always something else we haven't tried.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't. And you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating. How convenient, everything always comes back to what you want us to do. I'm sick of him. Makes me want to end the world out of spite.
I want to end the world. He's the same narrator.
If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no. That's a hedge, not a wager. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate. So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us. They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your
He's
decisions.
not wrong.
You have the ability to
He's
see things
not
clearly.
wrong.
I suggest you use it.
Go to the cabin then.
You continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
In the cabin. They're the mirror.
The interior
It's just the
is
mirror.
long and dark. A single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... That's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not.
I really resonate with the voice of the cold here. And there is a mirror at the end of this hallway that right now we can see behind it. We can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. The way to the basement? Don't you mean door? No, I didn't say door. Because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, it's what I'd do. Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you. Certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement. He can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here? Nobody is calling the shots.
Where's the mirror then?
Slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation.
He's not wrong.
to be over.
There's a whole lot of he's not wrong.
You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Let's wipe the mirror
Here
clean.
we go. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Shit. Where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then it, she, the princess, constricts your bones. Snap.
Aw, she said she wouldn't wait.
Icy.
God damn it.
A deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse. And you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. I thought maybe you'd seen what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over. Even
I don't have a
after I
knife.
ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse. Well, maybe a lot worse. So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
Is there any way we can kill herself?
I say we let her do it. It's something different. Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time. Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
Honestly. We're even now. I killed you, you killed me. What's under the bridge? Water on the bridge, right? Never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how I got here. I'm a victim in all this too, you know. And possessing me against my will make you no better than me. You don't have to be evil. You don't have to do this. You need to take my body? Can I just open the door for you? Fine, I actually came here to free you. Struggle? I don't think that's water under the bridge, man. I don't think it is. Let's see if we can prompt something out of her.
And sometimes victims become the same as their victimizers. Just because someone hurt you doesn't mean you get a free pass. You should be grateful that I still have a use for you. Being mine is more than you deserve, really.
I don't even know how I got here.
But you did hurt me. Twice even. Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chat.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head and crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon. So I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
Well, shit.
You're awake, eyes once again fixed on the long hallway.
Can she hear him?
Swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. So cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. There's another option, you know. Don't help either of them. Flip the table. That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss. Still slapped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
Throw your body into the abyss.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do that.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step away.
Even if you hurl yourself into the abyss, you still lose.
At least you don't win.
You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Why do you hate me?
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall. What an end. But at least it's ours. An empire of frigid nothing. I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now? I want to know what he thinks happens now.
I don't think you're going to find that out.
Oh? is that?
And me.
He's gone. But
Oh, hi. Terminal velocity ceases, and you feel a something, a mass, a growth torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment. Hi, princess. Oh. Something got you. Oh, that was interesting. But you don't answer her before something takes her and leaves something in her place. Feel the force underneath your feet once more.
where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd go looking for her. Narrator's gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. We just can't win. Don't bother looking for her. I'm sure it's just a waste of time.
Narrator's gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
I don't think so.
He was never going to outlast us. Good riddance. There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. It's going to do something to us. I can feel it.
We don't really have a choice.
Cowards. You have to look.
Voice of the cold. You always got me, man. If nobody else got me, I know Voice of the cold got me.
Begging you,
Let's go.
don't do this.
It's too late. The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. No, it's us. It's you. Interesting. It looked like we had, like, wings? You. It looked like we had wings for a moment. Hold on, can we... Is there... Yes. Approach the mirror. I want to see this. Gaze into your reflection. I want to see this reflection one more time. Yeah, we have wings. We have, like, scaly arms and legs and wings. Huh. These are the cabin. What? Okay. Oh, hi! You're at the cabin. Hey.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Is it weird that I'm, like, aroused right now? What are you? Gift of a fragile vessel. Is it the end of the world? They're out of there. You know the narrator. Are you what sent me to slay the princess?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what I am. Who do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
It's a fragile vessel. Is this the end of the world? You know the narrator. Who sent me to slay the princess? You would trap me here. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? Now. Attack the entity, destroy your body. You know the narrator.
The only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you the princess? I think they are.
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Huh. Were you always the princess? Or are you just making her part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
You sent me to slay the princess?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
You know about the worlds beyond this place. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Princess said something similar.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Wait, so I have to create more voices in my head and bring them to her? I thought the game was about to be over in like 50 minutes. I was about to be pretty upset. How much will I? Pieces do I have to? If I don't let you do this to me, let the Slayer Prince stop it from destroying. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
What are you going to do if I help?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Are you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? Alright. Fuck it. This thing is the only thing that hasn't really lied to us yet, as far as I know. Let's trust it.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Hero and the Princess, Chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cave.
I just got an achievement called The Real Slay the Princess Starts. Oh my god.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I don't remember anything. Any princess? Whatever, let's just go. What if you turn around and leave? Like right here, right now.
Seriously? You're just going to turn...
The only thing that matters here is where I'm not going. Cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. Yes, I'm definitely know where I'm going. Do you even know where you're going? No.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
No, he doesn't.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved.
Turn around again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time.
No, I need to find another
Not to be
voice.
selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I don't know if they do.
Your silence is deafening. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. as you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me
It's not that.
than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You
Different.
lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Stranger.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Alright, we're back. Those walls weren't here last time. The walls. I'm just saying, here, stay in the woods forever. Can I just stay in the woods forever? Let's go to the cabin. We could stay in the woods forever, though. That's kind of neat. So when the world ends, the world doesn't really end. We get like a new ending. Stay in the woods for... Feels new.
Oh, that's clever! A little boring, though. It's extremely boring. Can we really...
Contrarian, huh?
Can we really just do nothing? No, you can't just do nothing. You have to do something. Alright, so it's decided. Even if it's boring, we're going to do nothing forever. Congratulations, you continue to waste everyone's time and do nothing. Wait, can you still hear me? What is that weird feeling? It's like I'm barely even here anymore. Well, it's not nothing, that's for sure. Does that mean we messed up?
1 second. Let a little bit of color in. Tad. Just add a color. The world around you is unwound. Its physical matter replaced by textures of nothing. You find yourself in long quiet again. Memory returns. Distant rumbling. A sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something others come out. You already know what dwells in the empty spaces. Hi there. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Fusion, why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers draw claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It's useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. The world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. Wagging finger. There's only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am your only salvation.
You're on a path. You're here.
Uh-huh. Alright, well, we did the thing where, we did the cold. Let's go for the bloodthirsty. This seems kind of bad. Have you considered it because... The world, what are you talking about? Can't someone else do this? Forget this, I'm not going. Is there maybe... I'm okay with the world.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? I mean...
Some people do. Like, Nihilists are very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right? I guess some sort of reward for this?
You'll have to slay her before you get it.
I feel like you're lying to me. Tell me what my prize is.
Secret.
Uh-huh.
You'll like it.
No, I won't.
It's a special reward.
I will not
Just
like
for
it.
you.
Okay. Alright. Alright.
That's the spirit.
Let's go.
You make your way. A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
I know what I'm here to do.
The interior of the blade is your implement.
Enter the basement. We don't care about the blade. We're just gonna let her take our body.
The basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Uh-huh.
Let it fool you.
I know.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Hey,
It would be better if you walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
she's alive again.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
See what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you.
I know what happens here.
Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
I know.
You're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
If there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Huh.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Nah.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Eh. Try the door.
You try the door. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and
Well, alright. Head back down.
make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with determination.
Oh my god. This is not what I expected. Why am I laughing? Oh my god.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs.
Oh wow.
You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess, slay the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
What, I don't get a choice anymore?
This isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Eeny, meeny, miny, you.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying...
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat.
Her claws?
Somehow sharp enough to pull.
So she has claws like we do.
You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right?
Oh, it can.
As much as
We
I
want it
prefer
to.
for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And who joins me in my head? I don't think we killed her, though. Does that count as killing? I don't think that... We'll find out. She might be a ghost. Bitch.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Okay, let's go to the cabin. Who's joining me this time?
Warning. She will lie. Don't worry. You can
Opportunist.
trust us to get the job done.
Opportunist, huh? Mirror's
The
back.
interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that the blade is your implement.
First mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror, and there's a wall.
Rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look.
Take the blade.
Take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
Alright, let's go in the basement. Yo, you still alive? Dead? Dead? Alive? I need a
The door to the
tally.
basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the air. Smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite. Silence, I see. Don't think I've forgotten about you. I recognize the sound of your nervous little footsteps as soon as they came into my home. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Hey!
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine.
That's
You're the boss.
dance.
Thank
Oh, hi.
you. Descend the
Oh, you have both your arms. That's so
entering the
nice.
dark
Your leg looks a little different, and you have a tail.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom.
Huh?
She's huddled against the far wall.
Tim.
Her eyes bright.
25 fucking schmackaroonies, thank you, sir. Holy shit. I just gotta come up with random shit to say now. You've subbed so many months in a row, I just gotta fucking... I don't know. Dude, should I be...
You are.
Do I need to make new badges for people who have been subbed for multiple years at this point? Like...
Sharp blade, no doubt.
Huh.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
Why is she making the ooh-woo face?
So, we've dropped the
Stop making the ooh-woo face.
Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other.
We do.
No. You've already been here, haven't you?
Shut up.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Yeah, something like that. Sorry about last time. You don't make mistakes. Don't worry, the blade isn't for you, or not for killing you. Gotta get you out somehow, right? The sense that you're not happy with me. I know, things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work came up. Can't you get those on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time. Why do you feel nagging sensation like you're going to stab me in the back if I help you? Give her the blade. Broken trust. I don't want to give her the blade, just see what happens. Give her the blade.
You can't be serious.
I am serious.
Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote.
Too late.
The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her.
Oh, easily.
She uses it to kill us.
Then we get a new ending.
As do I. Abstain?
He's abstaining.
Abstain. She's
Oh
going
my
to
God.
kill us if we give it to her.
Well, guess what? Give her the blade. This is democracy. We're giving her the blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right?
Yep.
You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
You hear a clanging of
Don't worry about it.
against the dirt floor, and the chains fall from the princess's wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky a woman after my own heart. It's a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her, I'd use it on us right now. Luckily for us, you're not her. Oh, we sure think alike, though. I can promise you that. Whatever you say next, you better make it count. She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
Hey,
What do you think happens now?
kill me. That's up to you. That's why I gave you the blade. I chose last time. I regret it. Now it's your time to choose. Both scared and both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. You want that? I don't. Better than this. I actually want to save you. This feels like the only way to do it. If you're like someone I know, you're probably going to kill me.
Oh, hey, that someone is me, and yes, you're right. That is exactly what I would do. Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
You know me too well.
The princess grits her teeth, and her cunning gaze once again meets yours. And then she buries the blade in her
Yep.
What?
Here we are.
No, come on, that's not right.
That is right.
I told you. This is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You.
The princess seems to tremble.
Uh-oh.
Smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark as you die.
Hold up. I wanna... Chat. There we go. Okay. Deaths. 3, 4, 5, 6? 6. We're at 6, I think. I think we're at 6. 6? I think we're at 6. There we go. Thorn.
You're on a path in the woods. She stabbed us. She actually stabbed
The
us.
cheated's back.
Of course she stabbed us.
Oh my god.
Which, I might add, I voted against. But the whole point was that she wasn't supposed to.
No. She was supposed to.
The blade was to break the cycle of violence, and she. I guess it really doesn't matter if she killed us, though, right? We're back here, which means that everything's fine, or fine adjacent. Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time.
True.
We've already proven to her that we can change. Maybe that's all it'll take to show her that there's another way to do things. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to...
I get the feeling that this is our last chance before we meet the Wraith again.
Give what another try, exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? Like that changes anything. We all know the game is rigged. It doesn't even matter if she's nice this time. I'm sure he'll find a way to turn us against each other. Great. So you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually. Sure.
6 times.
Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous.
Place is different. It keeps changing. We're gonna free her. Where even now, I'm sure she understands. I hope you don't think I'm planning on freeing her after she stabbed me through the heart. Screw this cabin. What happens if we just leave? You already know that. Her seem to be taking the whole looping thing in stride. Proceed to the cabin. No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are at the cabin. Go to the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base.
Thorn, huh?
I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one too. Ignore it for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world.
Yeah.
You know what you have to do. The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade.
Is there never a blade the third time?
We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess. You want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. Of course we don't get to make a choice about the blade. Every single time we come back here, something has to be different.
We even get down. Approach the mirror. We know what happens.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. It went away when we touched it last time. Not that this place always follows the same rules. You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. Figures. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us. You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. I'd say this feels like a trap, but you practically said as much. Yet you still want us to keep going. They're only thorns. I'd say getting a few scratches in exchange for the lives of everyone in existence is a fair trade. I'm sure you'll manage. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I want to figure a way out of here. I don't know what I want. I really chose to be here. Free you. I want to talk.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here, and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast
you still have the knife.
cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles. A space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess. Her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Cut you free. A prison of your own making, I broke our cycle of violence. If you want to wallow in it to be a guest, I guess I don't have to say. Fine, if you're going to be like that, leave. Cut you free, but you're half going to give me the blade.
And I'm supposed to believe it's safe in your hands? That you aren't just saying what you need to say in order to fool me and save yourself?
There's no saving me. You're not the only one who you're trapped as you. Nothing I could say to change your mind. You're a prison of your own making. I broke it. I want to wallow in it. Leave.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Really nothing I could say to change your mind?
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
Fair.
She's right. There's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own. Careful with that one. He's not the smooth negotiator he thinks he is. It does feel like we're stuck until we do something. If there's even anything to do besides make things worse. We're not making things worse. I think she wants to trust us.
Maybe it's past time for either of us to say anything. All that counts is action. I take the blade.
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
The blade. Please don't stab me.
Reach towards her bloodied hands.
Please don't stab me.
laying your palm on her
Please
trembling
don't stab me.
fingers.
Please don't stab me.
For a moment, she clutches it even tighter.
Please
her
don't
knuckles
stab
going
me.
white with the effort. But then the tension fades.
Okay.
Her grip
Great.
finally loosens
Great.
and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms. I'll be damned. She really gave it to us. It feels like it's been so long since we've held real power in our hands. I wonder what we should do with it. We free her, obviously. I think you're right. She's as much a victim in all of this as we've been. Besides, it would really stick it to him to free her. Or, hear me out, we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance.
It's not gonna be enough.
That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him. We've all said our piece. Now it's time to make our move. It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us.
True.
Doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Yes. What a good idea. Let's cut her free. Also, you're suddenly team free. I'll just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess. Even if he'll stick a knife in our back as soon as he has the opportunity, it's still better to have him nominally on our side. At least that gets him to shut up for a while. See? We're all friends here, united in our actions and intentions. Yeah, united. But the other one has a point. If it keeps you quiet, sure, we're all friends. You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade. Is that really all you've got, threatening us with an accidental misstep? I expected more from you. Our blade didn't even waver when he said that. Yeah, you're right, he's a bit of a nobody, isn't he? Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks.
Lady, you got some more
describe
thorns
this.
on you.
I hate you.
It ain't up to you, narrator.
Actually meant it. You rescued me.
Temporarily. I got a feeling things are gonna end poorly. Really hate the people who put us here.
Me too.
She smiles, her hand slipping into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs.
Locked, aren't
Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out. You're getting desperate, aren't you? Even more proof that you can't actually do anything to stop us. We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Cut the I don't trust it.
As you swing your blade into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this? It feels so good to hear you say that you're admitting you've lost, and we've bested you at your own game at last. I don't care what happens now. That's all I've wanted. You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
She's gonna kill us.
Hands clasped,
We're through some
open
issues.
the door and step out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
What do we do now? Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
Wraith is here. There it is. Weirdly enough, I think that counts as a princess death. Probably another one of death for us. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Oh, there's that mirror.
Approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Throne. The bloat? Find yourself in the long quiet again. Hold on. We're gonna add another thing to the text. We had the hero, the cheated, the cold, and now we've gotten the new one, the opportunist. So that's only 4? Only 4, damn. Yeah. I brought you more.
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete. Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same as you were before? How changed? What does it feel like? Change the...
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Do you know what you want to do yet?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment, all I want is to know myself.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. I cannot do the same things I've done before. Oh, we can't? I didn't even try. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. You? Else I've met? Why? Want me to bring you next time? Thoughts?
This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve. Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart.
Maybe we just have to bring her a different princess every time. Maybe that's what we're after. Maybe it's not different voices, but different princesses.
Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky. The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
Sounds like we have quite a few left to go. What if I don't want to bring you anymore? Ready to go back?
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Then goes dark. The hero and the princess. Bring the thorn to her.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to...
Yep, got it. Cool. Let's go. Maybe... I consider that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's
While
locked up.
I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here. because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course...
Go to the cabin.
You make your way. A warning, she will...
Side.
The interior of the blade.
Let's take the blade. Go in the basement.
The door to her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Really? I'm just here to talk. Let's talk this
Bring a
time.
knife with you. How about you drop it, and then we can chat.
She makes a compelling point. What if we just drop? Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
We could drop it.
The blade tumbles out of you.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just...
Against your better judgment.
Why did we step forward?
Step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
He's writing
So here
the wrong
we
way.
are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Right. This isn't the start. People out there who think you're going to end the world. How long have you been down here? What is your name?
She hesitates before...
I don't think we know her name!
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do.
Yeah, but do you have a
The lack
name?
of detail.
No. You know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
No, don't. What I've been told, whether or not I believe it, is entirely different.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
How'd I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting.
She is.
She is.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she
Yeah.
offers no specifics.
Alright, talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
Oh my
You
god.
know why you're here.
Examine the chains. Keep her locked away.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to their large and heavy, far too solid for
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it.
doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down.
There's no key down here.
That would be fine.
She speaks. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cut. Is someone else here?
Turn to the bottom of the stairs. We know what's going on.
Make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her. Easier for who? Easier for everyone.
We have the knife
The
still.
door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess, slay the prince. What do we do? Guys, they're gonna force me to kill her again. I don't want to be...
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down.
Blocked it with her
Princess
shoulder.
flinches as you...
You bastard. If I have to kill you to leave this place, I'll do it.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see that razor sharpness in her gaze? I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's unarmed and there's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you raise your blade to strike again, she kicks out, knocking your legs out from under you. The two of you struggle. Forget trying to rescue her.
Slay the princess.
You roll out of her grasp and shakily push yourself back to your feet. Though every inch of you is in pain, the princess probably has it worse. Blood pours out from countless gashes, staining her once pristine dress. She pauses for a moment, catching her breath, staring at you with wild eyes. We can still turn this around.
Give up. Finish the job. Run up the stairs. Give up? Because finish the job probably just kills her. What does give up do?
As the force of her blows overwhelms your body, the blade falls from your trembling hands, clattering uselessly to the cobblestones below. I suppose you just lacked the will to finish the job.
Something like
The
that.
princess, wounded but still alive, stands to face you. She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you to the ground. Her knee slides to your throat and your windpipe is crushed under weight you didn't think her frame could possibly possess.
Pathetic.
This is the end, isn't it? Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, we didn't kill the princess. Alright. Tower. Ooh, that's new. We got something new.
You're on a path. You're here.
Alright. Lead to the cabin.
A warning. We might as well just
Broken.
pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're
New.
capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't. So please, try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Go.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here. The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Purge the mirror. Wipe. And it's gone.
We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
I guess we'll take the blade.
You take...
And let's go in the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess... Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs.
You weren't kidding.
Witness me.
Booming.
Witness
She
me.
wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you,
Hi.
almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window.
How are we gonna kill you?
Long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
Called us a bird. He knows what we
You
are.
brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
As if on command, the blade
What?
slips from your grasp.
Huh? I click. Wait, hold up.
Clatters
Hold up.
uselessly to the
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Huh? Hello? Excuse me? Excuse me. Tighten your grip.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp.
Okay.
It clatters uselessly to the floor, but we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
I agree.
Kneel.
No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It does. But why did she say the last time we met? That's not right. That can't be right. She's right. We've been here before. We've died here before. Pitifully. We might as well do what she asks of us and help her. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but the point stands. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? Well, I'll be damned. That's not good. Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. If you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
You have me do because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean end the world doesn't mean you have to do it. Do whatever you want to be. Happened after I died. I'm going to help you care if something new comes after. Here's the command. What happened to you after?
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
I'm gonna do this. Okay. Also, is this thing? Hold up, is our game capture not again all the way up against this? It's the screen. That's kind of wild. Oh, it is. It goes black at the end. What do you have me do? What do you have planned?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
So powerful, can't you just break the chains yourself?
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction and genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn.
It's kind of wild that this is the second day. Or the second resurgence.
Submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
I'm not going to let you in.
I say, perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants. No objections here. Don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but you might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
We don't get to choose. No! 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 I can't pick no. Trying to make me kill you. Damn.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad. Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand
We
anyway.
can stab ourselves. I'm gonna kneel here forever. Can I just sit here? Is there like a time? No, I don't think there is. Oh boy. Okay.
You could feel a creaking tension between body and soul as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance. Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
Man, I wanted to do that without her telling me.
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
That's not gonna do what I wanted to. Oh man, that's not gonna do what I wanted to. I wanna kill her. I don't wanna die. Ah.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
God.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Yeah, thank you. About time. Slay the princess. Slay the princess. Resist. Slay the princess. Resist. 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 What does resist get us? Slay the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry. Don't. As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her. It's what she wants. You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locked around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs.
Oh god.
The blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird, thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
Slay the princess.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. Influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will. You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Stop.
Okay.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the
You're gonna
crevices
die.
of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat.
Yo.
The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers.
Spit! Spit on her head! Spit on her head!
Your devotion is misplaced.
Damn it.
You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps. Or a pet.
Do we want to betray her? Do we want to, like... Oh my god. What do we want to do, man? We could just...
That's demeaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least
True.
one of them is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
Slay the princess!
Yes, though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your voice rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance. She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't
Oh,
have
shit.
time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest. As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh. We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Shut up.
Now that's the hero.
Actually strike me. You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed, as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact.
That was only the second time. What the fuck?
Beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine.
Hey.
She collapses to the
Oh, we got an achievement called
Her
God
glassy
Killer.
eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of
All right.
and fear as the two of you perish together. I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
No, we were not. So we will die, but we kill yet another princess.
Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something.
No, we didn't.
I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Fury. Oh.
You're on a path. At the end of the path. Okay, what the hell?
He's crying. The voice of the broken is crying. Continuous sobbing.
He's upset. What's he got to be upset?
Stubborn.
He just killed a god.
We got a new voice. Oh my god.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was. And ever will be.
Next time I think we do it again, but we pledged her and then kill her in the final thing.
Damn right we did. You'll get over it. Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed.
It's true.
Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions.
This is a heck of a place.
Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
A cabin.
thing is telling us about the princess. Don't waste your breath. We know all about her. It's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it? This is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here. Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here. This is all different.
It's very different.
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know.
I know many things.
This doesn't look like a path in the woods. If reality seems distorted, it's because reality is distorted. So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. I know all sorts of things, which is why you should listen to me. That's not really an answer. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously. Don't worry. We only need this one last go at things. You'd better hope that's true. And don't let that inflated ego get in the way of doing your job.
He's right, but in a different way.
Princess at the cabin. Maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now. You're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
You said yourself that you know more than you're letting on. If you want me to go to the cabin, you better tell us everything. Feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You better all listen to me when the time comes to make a choice. If I don't slay her, I just stay here and do anything. No matter what happens next, it seems our answers are at the cabin. You said that yourself you know more. You tell us everything.
Anything I say at this point is far more likely to accelerate the unraveling of this place than it is to actually help you do your job. In fact, I probably shouldn't have even said that. I trust that if you've been here before, it means you know how dangerous she is, and that you know I'm not lying to you about her. Really? That's it. That's all we're getting out of you.
He just wants to keep things going the way they are. But we've been given a second chance to do right by her. She can build something better.
Shut
than
up.
this. She can build something better than us. We just have to let her do it.
I get it. You're conflicted. You've been through a lot, but I really have to be firm here. I will tell you one thing, which is that even now, you are capable of stopping
I already knew that.
saving the world from ruin. You always have been, and you always will be.
Y'all better listen to me when it comes to time to make a choice.
What if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really got to say anything.
What a crock of shit. Yeah, you stabbed us last time, repeatedly.
It didn't even work. It doesn't count.
We died. If you didn't submit to her, for all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to her.
Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think we have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change. Second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
Good. Let's go to the cabin.
Good, we're all on the same.
Oh, the floor is squishy. Great.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard. That's fine by me. Let's get moving. I'm itching for a rematch.
Let's get in.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat. That's horrible. You did this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't mention the mirror last time either.
There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade just to tell us where the door is. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I wouldn't know if there was a mirror. You either see it.
Oh shit, I didn't mean to.
What are you trying to say?
He thinks we've lost it.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic. It went away after we touched it last time.
We need to take the blade.
Take good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel.
First the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating?
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? Now, think this way. Smash it. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it.
Break the mirror.
Reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good. She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination. And we're going to put an end to her once and for all.
It's our fault. If she is an abomination, then what does that make us?
She was going to end the world last time. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here. It's why your task is so important. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone.
Sorry, I was having a moment.
In the center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground. She pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you.
Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before, and we'll do it again. This time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
I don't think there's any talking through this.
You'll try. And that's what I've been so excited for. Let's hurt each other.
Your heart free of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow.
It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory.
Horrifying squelch. You are unwound.
What?
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever. Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold
Oh, there it is. There it is. Ah. Well, we didn't kill her. But we did die. Ah, true to her word. Do not die by her hand, nor will you ever. Time for you to leave. Memory returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again.
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you. Not the end for me.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess. I don't want to look at us.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. See you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
If you say so. We'll trust you.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
A mercy.
Approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. They're gone once again. In the mirror, you've withered, or the decayed. Oh, what the fuck? Huh. Huh. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Right, forgot. You go to the cabin and she's at the top of it. At the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I don't know. Seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. Want it all to stop.
It will, in time. But you still have a ways to go before we are done. Know that I hold no malice for you.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Oh my god. The music, the sound design's like really good. Oh my god. Bring the fury to her. Yep, we did that. Chapter 1 again. Okay, the hero and the princess. Yep, we're on a path. Yep, we're here to slay the princess. Yep. Maybe I should move this actually to like here. That's not a good spot for it either. I guess this is the best spot for it. Maybe. No. Man, there's like no good spot for it. Maybe there? No, it's impossible to see. Well, nobody's chatting. Maybe I just throw it there. No. We'll just throw it here for now. Okay. Okay, let's go to the cabin. Go to the cabin.
You make your way up. A warning. She will lie.
I know what she's gonna do.
Into the blade is...
Let's take the blade. This time we're gonna just try and kill her every single time.
The door to the base.
Like immediately.
Who's there?
She sounds. Don't let it fool you.
Continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs.
I left align
Lock
this.
eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Yep.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Yep.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Something like that. Alright, you caught me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea.
She's right. We shouldn't. Don't you dare.
Head towards you. Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling.
You poor thing.
You step forward. Your
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason. Right?
We already had this talk.
She's unarmed.
Slay the princess. I'm not dropping the blade. She's definitely armed. Yeah, let's just kill her. We'll get into the second stage nice and quick.
Hesitate. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
No.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
She's not going to die.
Yeah, but it's over. But is it over?
Of course it is. She's dead. Of course not. We can't pick the same choice. That's funny. That's funny. It blocks it out. I haven't seen that yet.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Remove your blade. We're gonna need it for the next stage, so.
You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt. But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side. What was that?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
God damn it. Alright.
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you,
Hey.
exhausted by the effort.
At least it's a different
The
ending.
life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
Yeah. See you.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? For whatever that's worth.
'Kay.
Everything goes dark. And you
Alright. One more princess killed. One more death on us. Wonder what voice we're gonna get in our head. Razor.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Great. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning.
Who's in my head?
She will lie. He couldn't be more on the
The
money.
cheated. Oh, we got him again? Alright.
Just stay.
We don't need the cheated again. Alright.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess. The blade.
Alright. Take the blade. We're gonna try and kill her again.
Feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands.
Oh, yeah, let's go in the basement.
The door to the basement, the air seeping up from below, has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Them reusing that voice line is so wild to me. Alright.
Scraping? She's not even trying to hide her knife. It's like she wants to get in our head.
She doesn't have a knife. We have the knife.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice. Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
Hey!
You descend the final step. The form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge.
She remembers us. We know she remembers us.
To get close, to let our guard down. If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Come closer. You're just going to stab me, aren't you? Do you remember what happened last time? I know you have the knife. Get out of here if you drop it. I'd like to trust you, but you're being right now. Can we just talk things through? I don't have the key. Killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again. I mean, we're in a very different moment here. She's alive. She's not a ghost. She turned into a ghost the other time. Huh.
But if we killed each other, then why are we here? Right now. Both of us normal and unstabbed.
I do have to hand it to her. That's a very good question. And it's one with a simple answer. You haven't slain her yet. Last time? What are you talking about? Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth. I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember. Right?
She
Yes,
does
something is
remember.
obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
Well, you told us it was dimension hopping last time. What happened after you died last time?
That's funny. You're funny. I'm not dead, so I can't have died.
Uh-huh. I was sent here to stop you from another one. You killed me last time after coming back from being stabbed in the...
That doesn't sound like me.
That definitely sounds like you.
Absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
Yep.
She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
You're just gonna stab me, aren't you?
What? brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide we're clearly still figuring out our angle? We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry, do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now? You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk, and maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No. Have my dick fine, and will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
Nice. Hell yeah. Exactly what you haven't. So you, so you do remember it.
Would I just lie?
Yes.
Would I just lie to your face and say what I remember
Oh.
happened and didn't happen so I could stab you again?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, so I could stab you for the first time.
Ha! Slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count. Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
We just talk things through.
But we don't have anything to talk through. We're strangers and this place is cramped and annoying and you should just come over here and let me out.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
No, you have a knife. I'll let you out here if you drop
Knife?
it.
What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife? And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Prove it. Prove that you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
Oh my god. Whatever. Whatever. Oh my god.
Of course I won't.
Wait, I take it back. 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 I take it back.
All sorts of things, which is why I think that's a great idea. I would love to not be chained up down here. Being chained up is so boring, and I crave fresh and new activities to broaden my horizons.
Jesus.
Please don't let her out of here. Believe it or not, I think I'm actually with him. Okay, but what if all of this is just...
No, alright, let's approach. We're postponed. Wait, screw it. Slay the princess.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room. Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second. But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours, right? Hers, at first, then yours.
Hehe.
How? What did she even hit us with? You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
Okay.
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that.
Man.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
12. What happens now? Arms race.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. What? I feel...
We're in the cabin! Hey!
Oh, I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I?
Ooh.
That interesting. Who holds the cards now? Nobody. Nobody holds the cards. That's how it's always been. That's unfortunately how reality works. The circle's getting smaller and smaller.
The hunted.
Running isn't an option anymore.
It's a new voice. A new voice.
Good. It's better that.
And the stubborn?
Without a fight, no one can win. And if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
Both of you are here?
So obviously you've already been here. This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction. That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much.
What's the stubborn doing here as well?
Let's just stay
We actually have
focused, shall we?
4 voices in our head?
The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade. We take it. Sure, we'll take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there.
The cheated.
Difficult to save the princess and save the world without a weapon. This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp. That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually. We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now. That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. There isn't a door, there's just that. There isn't.
The mirror,
But
right.
if it's in our way.
Approach the mirror.
Your way. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done.
Wipe the mirror clean.
Reach forward and place your hand on the door, and the mirror's gone. It was never there. Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now.
Wonder what she's gonna look
It's time
like.
for us to see her
She had
again.
metal in her thigh last time?
Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Okay.
Your body
Hi.
tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't
Cool.
worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again. Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival. Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
I don't know if winning matters
Bad has
here.
come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of
Oh god.
from the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Unconditionally surrender. We're going to fight her again, and we're going to have a step up about it. She can't hurt us if we don't feel it. We're going to appeal to her authority, puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk. That's easy. I'm just going to try flirting with her. Just swords for arms, and we don't. We're panicking. So she wins by killing us all, right? So let's beat her to it. The ideas suck. Think of something better.
Yeah, that's right, we just have to think.
Just standing there, huh?
You don't have time to finish your thought. In a moment, she's across the room. She skewers you.
Man!
What a surprise.
Okay, fair enough.
We don't even get a second to think without her stabbing us. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die.
Wait, what? Wait, hold up. What? Who spoke that? Voice of the yeah? Wait, voice of the skeptic. The skeptic. That's a new voice. That's 8 voices we're up to now. Holy shit. Okay.
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever
The broken. He's back.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? This is 4. No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
so weird.
I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us
Nope.
better than her. We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting. Yeah, I'll pass on that. As long as we keep moving.
Come on, show me something new.
Okay, plan now.
Unconditionally surrender. That's the broken. We're going to fight her again, and we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. We're going to appeal to her authority. Wins by killing us, so let's be notorious. She has swords for arms when we're panicking. Easy. We're gonna I mean, I get that's new. That's a new one. Oh my god. Oh, this is. Doesn't work, and she kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs and consciousness leaps.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades.
The smitten.
There's nothing better than a capable woman.
Oh my god. Okay.
She skewers you. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh. That didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
Contrarian's back.
What's the point? It's all the same.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
I feel like we died another 3 times there, so I'm just gonna write 15.
Okay, let's go again. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
Paranoid is new. And we're dead again.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time. That's all we need. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Dark or Wraith? 4? Usually assured destruction. Shit, we got to 4.
Don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here. We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already...
Oh yeah, we're already holding the knife.
Whoa! What if we throw it out the window? Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a
I'm sure I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them. Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
narrator. We heroes drive through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me.
Okay.
Walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
It's more of a slide. Fine, I'll just shut up and speed this whole thing along.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
Don't care, just want to win.
Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Sure.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blue.
That is pretty new.
As it stretches and tears. Then it erupts. It becomes a wave of blood and viscera.
Oh, she has a heart.
Splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit, she's gorgeous. Yes, behold the perfect woman. Do you think we can throw her out? That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it. All right,
Oh god. Okay, alright.
What just happened?
Oh,
It's so quiet.
him too. Oh.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Do not act, and yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach. Her blows finishes its arc. You're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Weapons clash again and again, and yet you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. It's only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. The endless building crescendo, and then an opening. Blade strikes free of volition, and her strikes too. Master yourself and vanquish a sharp foe. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. And... oh wait, how many princesses are we up to? 7? I think it's only 7. Oh man. Oh. Both strikes are lethal, neither of you will survive. Yeah, right. And there's the Wraith. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Approach the mirror. I'm alone this time. You do so. Gaze your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. Gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you see what's in it. You unraveled. Interesting. I mean, we look pretty much the same. I don't know, it always feels like we look the same. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Hello, Wraith.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
I think there are people out there.
It doesn't matter if there are. People are frail and impermanent. You and I are the only things that interest me.
I think that anything real is out there. That we're real. You have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
I think there's... what's going to happen. Send me back. I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator. He wants me to kill you. You have a narrator. Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
I mean, his mind resets, so I don't think he does, but it keeps saying he does. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Fair. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
Ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Okay. Cool, great, wonderful, fantastic. Chapter 1, Here in the Princess.
You're here. Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Yeah.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She will... The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note, the blade, is your...
Grab the blade.
The door to her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds... Don't let it fool you.
Checking in on you.
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk
Hey.
down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Feel your nerves, walk forward.
Step forward.
Oh? No time, probably chained up. So,
She's on.
I'm not dropping the blade.
then I'm not talking to you.
Okay. Squint! I guess we're at an impasse.
I guess we are.
Of everything, it's slow off the blade.
Do something. Here, you don't want to talk?
Yeah, I'm
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend.
Thank you. Maybe now.
Against will be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
How'd I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. Well,
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of them. She isn't such. She is.
Yeah, we've talked enough.
oh, have you just...
You know.
Let's let her out. Examine the chains, slay the prince.
Oh, you walk there large and heavy.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go...
Doubtful.
Alright.
I'll be here.
You were someone else.
Get back down.
Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. The knife.
You won't.
Yeah, I got you. Saber.
Again, you cut into the blade. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you. How is she so composed after?
Thank you.
Alright.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are as the princess approaches the bottom stair. Your body.
Really wish it didn't force me like that.
Wait, this isn't fair. Watch me.
Oh, you can't pick anything. Wait, warn her. Oh, shit.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
I did. Ooh.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you?
I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
See you there.
Then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
We're at 20 deaths, people. Prisoner.
You're on a path. You're here.
Alright, go to the cabin.
A warning. She will Yes,
Skeptic.
Don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out? No, I didn't. Just ignore the frown and focus on the princess.
That guy is kind of funny. Alright.
The interior of the only
Alright, we don't need the blade. Near the
I'm
basement.
afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation. Are you sure? What if she, I don't know, turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner. Yes, I'm sure. Turns it against you. She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against. Okay.
I don't know, I'm gonna say what's the big idea?
Yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go. Wonderful. You do. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so no, you don't have to do anything but you do well. The door to her voice, harsh but controlled.
New area.
Is up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Are we not the first?
Hey.
You walk
Oh,
upstairs and eyes with the
Hi.
princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that
It's
in a
always
place where
empty.
everything seems to serve a distinct purpose. There would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not so sure I need to do much. See how locked up she is? I'm just... Hey.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Fair enough.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
That we were told to sit.
Do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Yo.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Intentions? What do you mean? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? What happened after I died last time? On the wall. What happened after I died last?
Are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But sure, I'll fill you in.
What?
Nothing happened. You died, I went upstairs. I couldn't, and now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work.
Hold up. Actually, honestly, hold up. Actually, now that she says that, I kind of want to go back, because... Yeah, I'm sure. We don't want to give away the game, right? That other chain on the wall.
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
It's true.
Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Looks like there's not that many other options. Can we chain ourselves up? No, there isn't. Can't chain her. What'd you have me do? What happened after I died last time? Here before? Am I the only one who remembers that? You were asking about my intentions earlier. What do you mean by that?
Yes, your intentions. You have. There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her, unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. but I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
I am interested in the shackle. There's always an empty shackle. Fuck it, we're gonna give up the game.
Oh, are we talking about that? I thought nothing happened. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how. So you've already been here. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's complicated things. Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing. Obviously.
No, we succeed sometimes.
You being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? I needed you to be in the dark, and maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck. Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. I won't. Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the... Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Yeah, gotcha. Right. What would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous, but she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing. Oh please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options. Then let me help you.
I really want to check out that chain. Oh my god.
Weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. That doesn't sound... There are none.
That being said,
Rosa.
we've fought against her too many times. I think we just give her the weapon.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you? Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world. Oh, Rory. Try to take it. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. A little? I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word.
She's killing herself,
She
I
cuts
think.
into her own neck. No. Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, her smile unwavering as she soars through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. How did she do that? Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself? She isn't dead yet. Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
No, we didn't.
Are you sure she's not?
This is only day 2. Chapter 2.
Obviously not. She is thoroughly deceased. I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward. We should take her with us, don't you think? What? No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that? I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world.
She did save the world. Oh my god. Oh, she saved the world.
You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave. Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them. I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things. The danger has passed. You can relax.
The danger's past. Why can't we bring her out?
I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down. I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us. So can we leave already?
I'll take her with us.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin. Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
I don't.
She didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Cabin, claim your reward.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved
We're
from
not in a void
certain
world?
doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is...
We did it! We got out!
Well played.
We freed her.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already...
Wait, it's only on day 2, too. Are we already being taken by the
Over?
Wraith?
Is he gone? But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for
Fair
carrying me
enough.
up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you.
Sure.
So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Something like that. Oh, okay. We brought her a vessel. Okay, yep, the Wraith gets it. Cool, great, fantastic. You do not get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay. Just approach the mirror. You approach the mirror, gaze into our reflection. You're gone once again, and the mirror always makes them leave. See what's in it. You are nothing at all. Is that a crow? There's a crow. That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see a figure. Faint, veiled shadow, just beyond the reflection. There's a crow there. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Oh. Crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting glass in two. Then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken. Hi there. You're the narrator. Wonder if I'd ever get to see you. What are you? Are you something like me? Not me, what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces break off like that? Sorry, I don't want to destroy you. I hope if I look away or stop asking questions. Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you a part of me? Or are you something else? The one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why? I've met you so many times. Have you been the same you all along? Supposed to see all this, was I? Place, where are we? You're the narrator.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. You were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you?
I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different? It hurt when pieces you break. I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece. I've met you so many times. Have you been the same you all along? You made me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Isn't this the long quiet? This room? Huh. You a part of me, or are you something else? I met you some. You a god, or were you a god? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die. She becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose.
Save who? After everything you've done, do you think anyone deserves to live? You know that things won't be worse if I destroy her. Said something like that before. Has everyone... Sorry, I don't want to... Every time I ask you something, the piece breaks. Are you a part of me, or are you something else? Why couldn't you have told me all this from the start? It would have helped you destroy her. If she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be, can't I just... something... I've met you many times. Have you been the same you all along? Are you God, or were you God? I wasn't supposed to see all this. How did you die? Why did you make her a princess? Why a princess? Why couldn't she be an ant or a slice of soggy bread? Right, abstract comment. Neither of us leave this place. Does that work? Can we stay here? Leave all the other people alone? The people out there beyond the walls of the construct. Do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them? You've called this place construct. What's it supposed to do? Or do you want to rid the world of death? I had plenty of time. She death? I think she's death. Why did you make her a princess?
I didn't make her a princess, but I wove the idea of her into something your scattered mind could fathom. You chose for that something to be a princess.
Couldn't you have told me all this from the start? Can't I just will her into something else?
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. It's why I had to die.
About us? What would it be like to live in a world without her?
Burdenless. An eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life. Forever. There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
People supposed to do. Want to rid the world of death. What's this place supposed to
It
do?
was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done. And it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
You know things won't just
Of
become
course
worse.
there's a universe. I saw a glimpse of a better world, and I did what I could to make it real. Anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
So he's scared. Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her. I want you to know that before I die for good. Please, I'm going to destroy her. Decide what I'm going to do. I'd love to see what she thinks about all this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
The final fragment of glass shatters. You see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god. It is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Lead to the cabin. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Hi.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I can't scroll up, can I? You hear about the echo.
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
The Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echoes spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
So many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? You have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions. I need answers before I make a choice. If I let you out, the entire world ends for good. Can't do that. If you were always going to become this, what was the point of me doing anything? Even really matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment? There has to be another way. This can't come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. Slay the princess. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. Did all roads lead to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
What?
To question everything is to deny proof of the reality that lies in front of you. To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever. But you did not live alone. You found me, and we held trust in each other for no reason than to believe in something that wasn't us. Cold skepticism turned to liberation, but it required a journey to blossom. Though you have blossomed, do you have no more journeys left to make? What of those in the spaces beyond? Would you erase the path ahead to hold everyone still?
That's just a metaphor I want to protect. I don't want to keep anyone still. The path matter if it always ends. I won't engage in this, remain silent.
Nor should you. Nor should I. Our purpose is to be and to experience. And their purpose is the same.
The blades.
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead and alive and dead all at once.
I didn't expect this, I'll be real.
Yourself away and to follow the flow of reality. And you used it to rise above me.
You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. Unjust impossibilities pushed you to become something you would never have been without them.
Yeah, and snatched that body away, we would have killed each other. We were self-destructive. Felt so good to finally win, even though it was going to cost me my life. Even if the journey was agony, the end gave the struggle meaning. I won't engage with violence. I get it, there's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you, I just don't know how. Stop. I won't engage with violence.
But violence has defined the flow of everything between us. Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with
I wonder if you get different responses. W-Riz? yeah, sure. Oh, hi, the angry one.
Is a person. Is it their body? Is it all of their body?
Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
I'm not my body, but I feel my body suffer. I'm not my body, but perhaps others are theirs. I do not feel death, not anymore. What am I if I'm not a body? It doesn't matter how I feel death, suffering, and oblivion shouldn't fall on others. No. I get it, there's no need for us to keep fighting. No. I'm not my body, but I feel my body suffer.
Do you suffer now? Let go of what you think yourself to be, and exist.
Oh, the thorn girl.
Is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both, but compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
I didn't want us to hate each other. It doesn't matter how I feel. Death's get it. Of course, helped me. I didn't want us to hate each other.
Then help me again. We are each other's liberation.
Oh, the one. Oh, this one.
Violence you stranded me, and with violence I sought to twist your flesh back into mine. Forced between choosing your death and forfeiting your body, you chose agency. But agency requires action, and action requires an endless tapestry of events. In your final moments would you remove action itself from reality?
Can you say with certainty what shape a world without you will take? I don't want to let that world come to pass. You didn't give me a choice. I don't want that world to come to pass.
Then accept the world as it is now, with both of us a part of it.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Are you starting to see? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in things when you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here? Never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry. You are cruelty itself, and I cannot let you exist. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. No, I think she's right. I really do think she's right. I think it's important to have death in the world. What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
I can't believe after all this. Oh my god. Oh. No, I came in here with one goal, and I'm gonna fucking fail it. I've been convinced. I've somehow been convinced. How do we leave?
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final piece lies with you.
Shit, man. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom, except for her, you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You could feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
No, that's not. You're necessary. This isn't about love, though. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You're free. He is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contain 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware, just as you have always been, just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. There are no new endings, only new beginnings, is the achievement we got. What the fuck, man? Oh my god. What was this game? Holy shit. Our song, finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. That wasn't the good ending? What? Oh, thank you so much for playing as an expression of our gratitude. Here's the track order for special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. What? Here's the track order. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Oh, I see. Okay. I mean, we could just take a picture, I guess. That always works. We could screenshot. Join the Discord, join the mailing list. Bruh, I'm not... No. I just take me to the main menu. Oh my god. What in... absolutely... wonderful... brilliant game. Oh. I mean, I guess we should change this to infinite. Jesus Christ. I don't know if I can play that again. I don't know if I can. Like, we failed. We fucking failed. We had one job. We had one job. This game was really, really good. I really, really enjoyed it. Hi. I'm excited to see the other endings, but I'm sorry, I'm being so loud. But God. Why? It feels fake to try and like do something after this, you know? It just feels not the same. I don't know how else to describe it. It is what it is, but oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of sitting here. Let's wrap it up. This game is beautiful. Go check it out on Steam. It just came out. I had a fantastic time with it. Maybe cash it on a sale or something. I don't know. It's on sale right now for like 10% off or something. I don't know. It was like 16 bucks. I don't regret it, and I want to see more of it. I'm gonna have to take a break from it for sure. Beautiful. It was meaningful. It spoke to me on like a personal level as far as like life and meaning. I had a lot of fun with this. I had so much fun. I'm excited to see more games like this in the future. I don't know if the same developer is going to do stuff with it, but I don't know if we get different endings. I don't know what happens if we kill her. What happens if we just kill her right away? So many questions. God, I'm rambling again. I'll talk to you guys later. This has been an amazing stream. I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'll catch you around, I guess. Catch you around.